It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling all right. I hope so. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up his smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. I hope you are, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And the manager, tired though she may be, exhausted today after her exertions, she gives me a smile. It's a packed show. I haven't got time for rubbish now.
Okay, go.
So she knows that this means she's coming to see to forget about love for a while. That's got it out of the way, isn't it?
That's it. Off we go. Off we
We
go.
know about that now. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival. A carnival, you know, totally like a carnival. Have you been to carnival? And the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? And the piano sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Once again, as the piano dies down, here with JV and Sue, live from the Steinway Room. And we welcome you here to another evening.
We
and
do.
You'll notice that this camera here is the one I'll be using tonight because we've got a special guest in tonight. Lovely, the magnificent Rinaldi, coming all the way from Fleet. And when I say coming, I mean actually walking from Fleet because, of course, the petrol's run out. We're going to get into that a little bit later. What is it about the British people? Toilet rolls and fuel. It is so annoying. However, I'm going to save my ire for another day, and we may talk about that a little later on, where she's got a song, and it's called Why Are People Queuing? I think that's the song that she's written for such an occasion as this.
No.
Anyway, what we're doing tonight is we're doing so much that I think I'm exhausted thinking about it, but we're going to have great fun. And those of you who joined us live here in the Steinway Room, this camera is on me now, as you can see. Here it is. I'm looking across there at Sue, and here's me, and then Sue has that camera over there. But also we've got the very special guest of my son, my eldest son, my eldest of three, and Matt is in here, if you remember from last time. He came to help us get ready for the next album, the last two albums, where you did phenomenal things. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get some money to make this Christmas album that so many of you have asked for. And we've done pre-production. We've got some great songs. I'm going to sing a few of them for you tonight. But what?
I want to say welcome to anyone who is watching us for the first time,
yes.
Particularly anyone who was at the gig with us on Friday night.
Yes, exactly
Friday
right.
night. So if you're joining us for the first time, just give us a wave so that we know you're there. That's fantastic.
And Rachel, can we have What a Difference a Day Make, please? And who's this for, Sue?
This one is to say happy anniversary to
Come
particularly.
on, hurry up.
Right,
I've got no time.
Me, I've got your programme here because you left it lying around the house. So this is for Fiona and Colin, 32 years old on the 24th, and Pete and Christine, 45 years old yesterday.
Excellent.
Well done, guys. What a difference the day made in your lives.
Here we go. What a difference a day made. 24 little hours brought the sun and the showers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine, what a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss is heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day makes, and the difference is you. Come on, Ben, play that sax. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. since you said you were mine, oh mine. What a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling feel, it's heaven when you find romance on the menu. What a difference a day makes, and the difference is you. Is you. Is you. My baby, it's you. My baby, it's you. Great song, great recording
very smooth.
From
Mr.
Lockdown
Veira.
Sessions 2, that
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yes, indeed it was. With the great Ben Castle on the saxophone and Mark Edwards on piano and who was it? Sovaji on bass and Darren Beckett on drums. What a great team that was. We're just going to have one small change to that when we start recording on Wednesday, which is that we will be, we've got a guy called Phil Phil Crabb playing, and he's played on many of my albums before, and he's going to be playing with us, and it's a lovely experience. So we're going to have a whole house full. Three of them are going to be staying with us for this session. That'll be quite interesting. Sue getting the beds ready as we speak.
Indeed.
And the food.
Indeed.
It's going to be scrambled eggs all round, I think. Apart from
And that's too much like hard work.
that's all right. Okay, right. Okay, that's fish and chips for all then. So that's it. Was there another song? One more song, and then I've got to
You going to play Smile? Or?
Smile. Yeah. What are we doing? Who's this for?
And this
Do
is
we have Smile?
particularly for the lovely P and Rachel, who dedicated this on the first album. And this is for you because you guys are away on holiday.
Yes, at
in
last.
the Lake District. And I think it's years and years and years since you've been away. So have a wonderful time in the Lake District with our lovely tech team people
The
nearby.
only people I know who arrive with oxygen
Oh,
into our.
it wasn't oxygen.
No, P is just
He's
just
lovely.
such a great guy.
He's had such a terrible time recently in hospital, so we just want to send you lots of love, and this song in particular is for you.
And for George, for Graham Harrison.
Graham Harrison as well.
Smiling is not so easy, is it, Graham? But here it is. Sung this the other night. Oh, actually, can we go back? Can we go back? Rachel, can we go back?
He's
Just
doing
go
that
back.
because he doesn't actually know when to come in.
No, I do. Just take it back. Just one more time. Right, go on, take it back. Because Graham Harrison, I just thought of him, and I thought, I wanted to say this. No, we did it. I did it in the concert. We did the concert live the other way, Friday. Went down to Paignton and had enough petrol to get back.
Got Jessica on tonight.
Oh,
Lovely Jessica.
Jess!
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
Brilliant. Hi,
So
Jess.
she was there, so
How are
hi,
you?
Jessica.
Nice to see you. And we had a great time. If you think you had a great time, Jess, do write it on the comments.
She's already done that.
Oh, right,
She
great.
said she's still on a high from it.
Excellent. Well,
As
we
indeed
hope
are
you
we.
enjoy the show. This one then, Jess, is for you as well, and for Graham Harrison, who's been in and out of hospital and such difficult times. Rachel, I'm sorry about that. Could you do it again? Here we go. Smile, 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 smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Oh, smile, 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 smile. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Where there's a tear, maybe ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Oh, smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. And there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, that may be tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Oh, light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear maybe ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Smile, smile, smile. Break it down, break it down. Bit more. Okay, bring a bit more down. Here you go. Finish it. Now. There we go.
He's been practicing. He's been practicing.
Fantastic.
So, happy anniversary, 30 years, Phil and P and Rachel. So, congratulations. And also,
yes,
Phil and Judy Wallach they're 34 years old as well this week. So it's been a busy week for anniversaries this week.
And can I also just
say, it's a good week to get married.
Can I just say a big shout out to Colin and Jean Matthews and Kate,
who were off on holiday.
Are they off on holiday now?
Tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh, right, tomorrow.
Or yesterday, 25th, so almost yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Well, they won't be hearing us then. But hopefully, who knows who's watching or listening, but we send them big love in difficult times.
Yeah.
And that's it. Now, I want to just bring in straight away, just for a very, very quick chat. We had National YGAF Day yesterday. I say national. I think about 8 of you were involved, but never mind. Adrian, talking about smile, here he is, the man with the big smile from Ventnor in the Isle of Wight. We get everybody in here, don't we? I mean, the Isle of Wight, where's it going to be next?
All the riffraff.
Absolutely. Adrian, nice to see you. How are you? You've just come back in the ferry, haven't you?
I literally got off the ferry and signed on to here. So, yes, we've been away. It was the granddaughter's 8th birthday. So we went to see her. Centre Parks, I think it was.
Oh, great. Marvellous. So, big smile, good times?
Yeah, good time had by all. Aches and pains in the mornings, I think.
Yes. Table tennis, badminton, tennis, swimming, cycling. Yeah. It's exhausting. Can I just ask you one thing? The petrol situation. How did you get on with that then?
Well, I didn't have a problem. I drove no talking because that saved petrol. No air conditioning on, that saved petrol. You know, all that stuff. But I guess by Wednesday, if everybody's filled up, it will all be over.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. How much could people fill
What's
up?
The problem?
I know what is people's problem. Anyway, I will get different people's aspect on this. I know. I talked to Matthew, he's outraged. I talked to Sue, now she's outraged. Sue just remains calm, collected, and she says, "Jerry cans? We're not using jerry cans. Absolutely not." It's the same attitude we had towards toilet rolls, I'm afraid.
I mean, you remember on the island, of course, we've only just got gas, let alone petrol.
I know. You don't really use petrol much, do you? You walk everywhere. That's
no, so everything's downhill, as you know, when you push cars.
Yes. Oh, up. Yeah, it's very funny, Adrian. Thank you for reminding everybody of me pushing up a hill when my little car went wrong. Anyway, enough of this. Adrian, can you just tell us very quickly, very, very quickly, we've got such a busy show, but have we been topping up the coffers at all over the last few days?
We have, Jonathan, as always. You and I, this certainly isn't rehearsed. We
certainly not.
Everyone's been so generous, and there's been a number of donations, and whilst we're still counting, because it's very hard for us to differentiate where the money is going to, other than the community of the JV community contribute to YGAF. There's been a number of people giving money to sponsor Andy to cycle around the Isle of Wight, which he did last weekend. I didn't see him go past, but there we are. We had a quiz in the week, which was a bit of fun, and there's been other things going on. And one of the things that people keep saying is, I want to give some money for Jonathan to sing Bohemian Rhapsody. So I know you're so... I know you
I've got it.
Wait.
No, I'll tell you something. I literally had to download the sheet music. It's so difficult to do, and of course I can't sing it because it's too high. And Freddie Mercury. But I thank you and Colin for suggesting this.
hang on. This was Colin, not me.
What?
This was Colin.
No, it was me and Colin. It was me and Colin.
All we wanted to know was that people, the YGAF, You've Got a Friend Trust, really just runs on the donation of people, and what we want, as always in this community, it can be a $5. If you've got, don't have 2 coffees this week, and give that money to somebody who needs. We are donating quite a lot of it this week. We'll give some to that as well from our own coffers, because I think we believe in it. We want to give to people and help people who are in need, and there's going to be a huge amount of need coming up. I just feel when you talk to Colin from CAP, that the floodgates are opening. The £20 uplift that he was talking about is going to start hurting people who don't have anything. That's £80 a month that they're going to be allowed. They're 12/8 and 96. That's nearly £10,000 a year. That is a lot of money. And so that's...
But I think a number of people are writing in saying that they are doing events, they are doing things. Great. So it's going to keep coming in.
I was just going to... I was just going to say that, Sue, because over September, and we don't often say about the amounts of money, but I think there are some times when we should break a few little rules. In the month of September, we've had over £700 into YGAF, which was topped up by a rather generous donation, which you two know about, of £500. And I think it's worth the community knowing why this rather generous people gave £500 was because, very simply, when Jonathan did a concert in Belfast, and I'm going to read, he said, "You may remember during the concert intermission, I was on crutches, having had a spinal fusion, and you escorted me from the ladies' toilet back to my seat singing Jake the Peg." And I think the whole thing is about that. You put an arm around somebody. And I think, as well as YGAF, You've Got a Friend, we've developed this putting an arm around somebody. So, and I just really want to say thank you to everybody. Please, please, please don't think you've got to give £500. No. Please don't think you've got to give anything. This is, the donations we've had, and I'm just looking very quickly, have ranged from £1 to £500. Brilliant. And it's the £1 ones, the £5 ones that mean so much. They really do.
They do. The widow's mite comes to mind. That's all that that parable is so true. It's not always about the amount. Amounts do help, but when you can give £1, you give £1. That's great. Adrian, look, as always, it's great having you on. And
that's a polite way of saying clear off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Could you get out now? Because we've got the next thing to do. It's such a busy show. Right,
I love
Adrian,
every time I'm somebody's warm-up. Thank you very much.
One day you'll be the main act, but not anytime soon. I've got to tell you.
Good to see you both. Have a great show.
Soon, mate.
And, thanks everybody for your support. We love you lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
The face of YGAF, the chairman of YGAF of the trustees, that's Adrian Pinnock, a trusted friend and a man who is diligent in his seeking out to do and help other people. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sing one song and I'm going to get Matt in, okay?
Okay, which song are you going to
Take My Life. I'm going to do that.
So this one is for Jerry Cowie. Jerry, your birthday is, I believe, tomorrow. And yes, tomorrow, and you will be 59. There we are, you see, it's out there now. Everyone knows that you're 59 tomorrow. And your mum, Jean, is 93 on the day after that. So happy birthday to you both. And also, I want to say happy birthday to a very, very dear friend of ours whose birthday is tomorrow. So dear Esther, for many years, you sorted us out. You were our beloved chiropractor who kept Jonathan on his feet, on his toes, and you helped him for lots of us for many, many years. So happy birthday for tomorrow, my darling. And this one is for you.
Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days, let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands, let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let me sing, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my silver and my gold, not much would I withhold. Take my intellect and use every part as Thou shalt choose. Take my will and make it Thine. It shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is Thine own. It shall be Thy royal throne. Take my love, my Lord, I pour at Thy feet is treasure store. Take myself, and I will be ever only all for Thee. Ever only all for Thee. And that was written some 10 years, 12 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's
Written
beautiful.
on the-
It's really beautiful. People really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
It was lovely.
It's a lovely song. And I wrote that new tune. That was the beginning of my hymns project kind of phase, really. Not quite
It
before
was.
hymns project.
Yeah.
And I know Jerry loves it. And one day, Jerry, I will transcribe it for piano. But
Oh, he's just sitting around doing absolutely nothing.
okay, right now we have. Can you introduce the man, the legend,
all the way
from
the front
from
room.
Warpeston Road, which is about 2 minutes away? We welcome to the room once again the man, the legend, the bearded wonder.
Where am I going?
You're going right there.
That's
You're
right.
going.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's you. Very bright light. Yeah, you're saying.
Can I just say that Matt is a little bit fragile today. He's done 2 shows and he's just a bit tired.
Sue Rinaldi, can you get me a drink of water, please, lovey? I don't know where mine is. Yeah, nice guitar. Right, Matt. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you both doing?
Well, we're kind of, we're tired today.
We are tired, but do you know
setting up
what?
the room, but we're loving it.
I have to say, doing the live show on Friday was very energising, actually, wasn't it? It was tiring, but it was also energising in a funny kind of way.
It was, and I think that the point about doing live shows, live audiences, Matt's been doing weddings and no funerals, just weddings, no bar mitzvahs, just parties and weddings. How many have you done? Could you talk into the mic, please, a bit more? Yeah.
Yes. I've lost count. It's been a busy
10, 12?
It's been very busy, hasn't it?
I mean, the band have been pretty busy from kind of end of May, beginning of June. So yeah, all throughout July and August, it's been
Thank you.
it's been busy. I mean, yeah, which is good after a year and a bit of nothing.
Nothing.
We're not going to complain now, but weddings have been tiring. Yeah, especially.
But they're trying to get them going whilst
I think so. Yeah.
whilst stocks last,
Yeah, pretty
because
much.
their weddings run out, don't they?
Well,
apparently.
yeah, as soon as people can't get to them because of the petrol.
No, that's right.
Actually,
Yes, that's right. They can't get there.
I did worry. I was driving up to St Albans yesterday with a quarter of a tank and thinking, this is going to be rather
Interesting.
risky. I was coming down there. You could tell a lot of people doing this on the M25.
And they're moving
People
backwards.
going 40 miles an hour. Every time there's a slight coast, I'm like, right, into neutral.
Yes, that's right. And do you find yourself moving forward as you're going? You're just easing the car forward.
Exactly.
That's it. It's okay. I've got 1,200 miles ready for my tank. It's fine. Well, yes, I'm fine. No, but diesel.
Getting up at 3 in the morning, weren't you, with the rest of them?
Yeah, I am absolutely not. Now, Matt, you're here because you were the legend that suggested this last time, and when we got to recording albums, there wasn't much of a budget we didn't have any money, and we were earning nothing, and still earning very little. Yesterday, on Friday, was our first fee. First fee that was paid. I felt righteous. It was a righteous fee, Jess. All right? I'd earned my money. I sung and got paid for it. And we sold CDs in real, and I was signing them for everybody, goodness sake. So we did sell a lot at the beginning of the lockdown, but here we sold, we were able to sell things, we were able to sing things, I was able to improvise, and as I said to Sue, I didn't know whether I could be funny, and Matt said,
well, you've never been funny.
and there, thank you very much, and there we go, and that's my son for you.
You're welcome.
People are saying, can you speak a little bit more into the
yes.
mic? Because I
Sorry.
can't hear you. That's unusual for you, isn't it?
Well, no, I'm just...
Quite.
Directly into that, it's a close mic. So, Matt, now listen. What we're doing here? What are we doing here? You were the person who introduced the idea of crowdfunding, and then launched the crowdfunder and achieved an extraordinary amount. You were executive producer on the first one.
We achieved all the community achieved an extraordinary amount. Well, basically, for those of you that were here last time, which I'm sure is a lot. We're doing the same thing again because there's been calls for a Christmas album, and for that to work, quite simply, there needs to be another crowdfunder. And remember, really important to say that all the money that is raised goes on the making of the album.
Not to us.
This is not to raise money for mum and dad. To make the album, they need basically this money. So for those of you that maybe weren't involved last time, crowdfunding is a fantastic tool where it helps people kind of help make a project happen. And the way that this crowdfunding works is you're basically pledging something. So it's not just donations. There is an option to donate on the side of this, and we'll show you the website. I'm sure Rachel will show it soon. But what the pledge works is you're pledging to buy a CD or pledging to do something like that. And then by pledging, you give the money. Then we can put that in, make the album, produce the album, make it work, and then you get the album sent to you afterwards. So,
what are some of the costs that are involved here? Can you remember?
So,
you were involved as executive
So making
producer.
an album, a lot of people actually, I remember people at the beginning going, wow, that, last time we asked, I can't remember, what was £12,000 last time we asked, because I spent a long time looking and, well, not just looking, but actually pricing things up. And making an album is incredibly expensive, and I can tell you 12,000 is very little compared to what most people, as in high budget albums. If you're looking at anything online, if you're listening to an Adele album, chances are her album would have cost 150, 200,000 to make because of the way it's done. What we try and do is, Dad has been making albums for a long time now, and him and Mark have got very good at it, and they do it very quickly, but to a very high level. So they can actually do it in a little studio time as possible, because even just hiring the studio is expensive. To get the sound quality you need, you can't just come into here with some microphones. It's very different from doing a live thing. When you're watching Dad or listening to Dad live, it's very much like boom, boom, boom. It doesn't matter about the sound so much. Whereas when it's a recording, the sound needs to be perfect. Everything needs, and even just hiring a studio for a day can cost upwards of £300-400. Per day. Thinking about musicians, every time you get a musician in for a day, that's a day rate for a musician. And actually what we're quite passionate about is making sure we pay the musicians a fair rate. Mm-hmm. What we're not wanting to, yes, we have friends in the industry, but we're not wanting to kind of capitalize on them. No, and say no completely, because actually we know, because of Dad and myself, have lost a lot of work over the last few years because of that. So therefore we want to make sure the friends that we have playing, the professional musicians, that they're being paid a fair wage. And then actually the production of the album, the editing of it, putting it together, there's a lot of things involved. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hours, and then that's even before sending it off to get made.
Copyright.
We have to pay copyright on every single song that's not too old. So this Christmas album, Dad will talk about some of the songs later on, but every song usually needs some sort of copyright, and we have to pay a fee for every single song that goes on for the amount. So every time one of you gets an album, we would have paid a small amount for you to have that album, the copyright to the original writers or composers. And but then upwards of £1,000. Oh yeah, it's that adds. So when you think £10,000-12,000, that's actually, we're squeezing that in. That is really it's probably going to cost more, but that's kind of what we kind of think we can make that happen.
I think it's. I just want to say also that it's about making a quality album as well. We're trying to do the best quality we can for the smallest amount of money, because yes, you could make an album for £250.
And it would sound
it
like
wouldn't. It wouldn't be any good. And we want you to have the best quality available, because let's face it, you've enjoyed good quality. So
and it's often played. My albums are very often played on the radio. I mean, this morning we got more and more stuff is being played.
Yeah, good old Pam Rhodes played you on Premiere this morning. Good
old Pam,
yes, which is lovely.
But we're doing things like we still do, because it's a Christmas album, It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's listening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots and the wish that Barney and Ben. A dozen were took and we'll go for a walk. It's the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Just like that. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, don't ruin it all. You know, you have to be...
Spoilers.
Also, it's only September. You can't start singing Christmas.
Is that wrong? Okay, all right. Or even, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops, and we got this one, we're playing a ukulele, Mark's playing a ukulele in it. It's like a Hawaiian, welcome to Hawaiian Christmas. And then there's the one that you're going to do.
As long as it's not a banjo.
And not a banjo, no. Is it banjo or banjo?
We're not getting into that.
I just need to know. Right. And then the one that you're going to sing, the one that you're going to sing with us in the chorus, and we're going to get this out to you as soon as possible.
Just to explain, so for those people that, again, that
you
maybe
want to do the
weren't...
tears first?
Yeah, let's explain.
All right. I'll sing that one.
So, those of you that were part of this last time will remember with the crowdfunding, what we do is we split it into different, it's tiers?
Yes,
It's like rewards.
Yes,
it's under rewards,
yeah.
isn't it? That's it.
Yeah.
So, pledge rewards. So, does Rachel want to get that up
so
on the screen?
this is this one here.
Yeah, there we go.
So we've got the 3 different levels here. Just 3 this time.
Just 3. We've kept to 3 because I think we wanted to slightly simplify it this time.
And I couldn't honour the obligations because I wasn't very well, and we couldn't do the concert.
We had to cancel it.
We had the concert booked, and we had to cancel it due to COVID, and that we felt terrible about that.
Yeah, it was awful.
Maybe one day we'll do something,
Yeah.
but
That's the idea.
and honour that, and that is not forgotten about. It's just we have to.
We'd love to do it. It's just a matter of it was money and.
Well, it wasn't even money.
It was COVID.
It was actually
nobody
COVID.
could get together to play.
We weren't allowed to be in the same. No. We had a date. We had the venue, and we had to pull it because of COVID.
Yeah.
So the first one.
Yeah.
Is £15.
So if you pledge, again, there is the option to donate separately. Let's try and remember that. If you want to pledge, not just donate. If you just want to give a gift towards the album and say, I want to help this, I just want to give £5, £20, whatever, then that's fine. If you would like to, basically you are buying an album, that hasn't been made yet, by you pledging that, say, I'm going to buy that album, you can do the first pledge, which is the reward number 1, and that would mean you spend £15
or more,
and you can donate on top of that £15. But if you do pledge 1, it is £15, and you can see the button, and Rachel will put it all there so you can see it, and you can basically press reward 1, and it'll come up, and you get the album once it's made. And that includes postage and so we'll send that right off to you. The second tier is £50. And that is the same thing. You get a hard copy CD of the Christmas album sent to your door as soon as we have it in our hands. But you also get to be part of the virtual choir. And those of you that were involved last year will remember singing You've Got a Friend. And that, so it's exactly the same. You get the CD, but we will send you all the information and the backing track for you to record yourself singing it, which will mean that you appear on the album again. Which again, as we said, who knows if this will ever happen again. No. It's just a very special thing to be able to sing on this, on the album. So that's the £50 one. And then the final one is the is tier 3, and this is kind of the full blowout one. This is 350, so it is a big jump, but we did this last time, and it is a special one. And if you pledge 350, then again you get the CD, you get the option of being involved in the virtual choir, but you also will get a song dedicated to you or someone of your choice on the album. And there are only 12 songs on the album. The first lockdown sessions we did exactly the same as this, and we sold all 12. Actually 13 in the end. We had to do 13 because we sold 13 of them accidentally instead of 12, and that went in the first few days, I think. Yes. And this is again, you've never done any kind of dedications albums before, and this is a kind of as a nod to the people that, you know, kind of saying we understand that is a lot of money.
And it's not for everyone.
No, it's not.
But
and
if you would like to, you're welcome.
And you know, whether you give £2, whether you give the £350, it doesn't really matter, because actually anything you give helps the album.
So the giving is the pledging, is giving just to donate is one thing. £15 is what you get. You get an album for that. You get the album for 15. You definitely get the album for that, and you get it delivered to your door. And if you remember, we gave you the second album as well for free. Those people who we didn't charge you any extra for that.
Well, that's because we had more money come in.
We had more money come in, and we wanted to just be which has been a mark of this community. It's always been about generosity and open-handedness. We've not made a lot of money out of this, and so Sue wants to speak.
Okay, so someone's just asked that they can't pledge until Thursday. Absolutely, no money will go out of your account until the full amount is in. Is that right?
So the money, from what I think, I'm pretty sure, and also remember, this is going to run for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you sit there and go, I really want to do this, but I want to wait until payday, or actually I just want to wait until October, beginning of October. There's no immediate rush. I know last time we did the whole launch and look, we've got this on the first night. There is no rush as long as it's in by a certain, I think we've done 4 or 5 weeks.
31st of October, isn't it?
That actually just in your own time. There's no stress about it, and the way that it goes is once we've reached that target, then the money goes out, I think. And
Claire's already put together a link.
Fantastic.
Of the jvlive.uk. We'll put that, I'll pin that up on the Facebook stream as it's going through. It will also be on the Facebook page, and it's all going to be there. So all you need to do is click on it. It'll take you straight through to the page.
I could be completely right. Oh, is Rachel got it up there? Oh,
yes,
Rachel,
there it
you
is.
wonderful
Yes.
woman, Rachel. Thank you.
She's made it all.
She reads your
knows.
mind.
She even knows what I'm going to say.
Someone's given £100.
I think, and so we've got 100 already, which is amazing. We're going to give you so the link will be going up in a second. As you can see, so this is the website. You click on it. There's a little video, I think, that they've done, and it gives you a bit of background. Now, what we'd like you to do, if you want to do each reward, whatever, if you could click on the one that you would like, the select reward. You can see that Rachel's done that there. You do that, and then you can do it as a guest, or you can do it as something else, as whatever you would like to do. Okay. And then you choose to pay that, and then it goes through.
Really important thing to say is about addresses. Some people, Sue ended up chasing people for addresses.
Yes, so if you are just going to give a donation, please make sure that you give your email address and or your full address, because it would be very sad if you donated but we didn't know where to send the CD.
Yeah, CD.
Also, Rachel has also pointed out something else that's on this summary bit at the side of the page. It says an optional tip. You can change it to other amount and put zero, and you won't then be charged an extra tip to pay for the page. It's fine. I don't want people to go and think, I've got to pay another.
Just explain that
So
again.
she's showing it to them on the screen.
Yeah.
So where it says the summary, down the bottom, it says optional tip. You select other amount and you change
to zero.
The pounds to zero, and that will mean that the total you have to pay is 15. You do not have to pay that optional tip.
No.
Okay?
No, do not pay that
If you
optional tip.
wanted to say, for example, which is what Rachel's showing you now, if you wanted to say, well, actually, I've got £25, what you can do is you can click on this and say, right, I want the CD,
which is 15.
and my additional donation will be £10. So you put that in, and then you see at the bottom, it brings up the total that you pay will be the £25 or whatever.
But it's a lot easier for us, and a lot if you can actually go through that, like we showed you, do what Rachel did right at the beginning. Can we go back there, Rachel, and just show them again where we go select reward? I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yes,
there you
that's
go.
right, down
so
the
you got the
right-hand
rewards
side.
on the right hand side, or if you're on your phone, it'll be down. You have the £15 reward, you've got the £50 reward, or the £350. You click on select reward. So if you just donate £15, we don't know if that's you just saying, we want you to have £15 towards this, or I would like an album. Whereas if you do the select reward, then we know that's what you, because we know, as Mum just said, there were people that maybe gave £20 as a donation, and they were expecting an album, but we didn't know that because it was just given as a donation rather than selecting the reward, because we want you to get the reward,
and we want to honour you in what you're giving and what you've done over this whole 18 months. And we don't want people to say, "Oh, we didn't get the album. What happened?" And somebody had to write to us the other day and said we didn't get it.
I had tried to go through the list, and I managed to track some people down through Facebook and so on, but some people's names I didn't know. And so sadly, I didn't know that.
Bear in mind that we make mistakes.
We do.
We do make. Sue is shipping this out with the help of my sister Ruth. But
very importantly, John Greenwood asked earlier when he's going to get his CD, and I've said it will be
before
earlier
it's produced,
than some.
before we've recorded it, actually.
I've said it will be earlier than some, but later than others.
Yes, that's good. Okay, but John, as far as I'm concerned, you can have it today.
You will keep people updated. Because
we will.
Actually, we don't know how long exactly. Dad and Mark are going into the studio
Wednesday, Thursday.
It's going next week, this coming week. But it takes time, people.
For example, Matt and Nick will be recording the backing vocals on the 18th of October. That's the first time they can go in.
But then we also need to get it through mastering, mixing. We need to send it off to get everything done. We need to apply for all the copyright, and then sending it to the company to get it printed. We don't know how long that takes. It can take anything from 3 days to 15 days. We just don't know. So as soon as it is in hand, Mum and Auntie Ruth.
We're projecting to have it in the middle of November. That's what we're projecting to do. That's what we've got. We briefed the team to say that's what we want. We want it from the middle of November. Are there any other things that I just wanted to say? The song that you're going to be singing, and a lot of people have said how much they'd love to do this. And I think Matt, you better let no. You can just stay. I just say you step down from heaven. It's by Graham Kendrick. I spoke to him about this the other day. And he's thrilled that we're using it. From you step down from heaven, humbly you came, God of all creation, here with us in a starlit manger, Emmanuel, light of the world, here to save. And the chorus goes, adore, come let us adore, oh come let us adore him, the Lord, worship Christ the Lord, let all that is within us adore. Wise men bring their treasures, shepherds bow down, angel voices sing of peace on earth. What have I to offer to heaven's King? I'll bring my love, my life, my all. Adore. You sing this. Come, let us adore. Come, let us adore him, the Lord. Worship Christ, the Lord. Worship within us. Adore. There's a little other thing that goes on. But Matthew, you got to learn that one. Yeah. Okay.
Can we have a picture of the? There it is. Now, our lovely Claire has worked really hard on that today, and it's coming on really well. It looks just so lovely, and it's good job done, Claire. Good job done, Claire. Very good.
So you can see Lockdown Sessions 3. It's Christmas time, and that's because we're doing Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children singing Christian rhyme. Do you know this one? With logs on the fire, this lights on the
It's an
tree.
iconic song.
A time to rejoice in the good that
What's his name?
Cliff.
Yeah.
It's a time.
I mean, he needs more money. We should be giving.
Chris Eaton, actually, who wrote that one. But it's a great song, and we've got a beautiful version of that one planned for
Yeah.
you. And so many great songs.
Already, it's very exciting. The songs as they're coming through, the arrangements that
Big brass
Jonathan
arrangements.
has done with Mark, it's
It's got a smile on its face.
It's absolutely awesome. Some wonderful songs, beautifully sung, beautiful.
Cross
beautiful
between
songs.
JV and Bublé, basically. That's what it is. It's a Bublé Christmas. And I think, Matt, do you think that's all clear for everybody?
Like I said, that's everything. Any questions? Shoot them.
Yeah, just ask us.
Just ask. And but that's
you,
fine.
Matt, for
Thank
doing
you very
that.
much for your support. I've already got. I need to switch off the email notifications
Yes,
because
you're
my
getting lots of
phone
pings.
beeps a lot every time one of you supports. So thank you very much. Let's try and crash the site again.
Yeah.
And, we'll see.
And we'll
soon.
get
Thank you
going.
to everyone who's already started
thank
pledging.
you.
It's very exciting
Again,
and very
just
humbling.
whenever
Again,
you can. Yeah.
thank you.
Whenever you can.
Thank you.
Very great. Matthew, thank you for coming. Go
Thank
back
you,
to your
love.
children, go back to your
Have
wife.
a good sleep.
And have a...
Yes.
No, okay. All right. See you soon, boy.
Thank
And in a
you.
second, we've got our very special guest coming in to be with us.
Well, I
So-
think
Yeah,
you've
what?
promised them
What?
that you will do Bo Rap.
Yeah. And, listen,
Can I just say?
I really hate you for this.
Can I
okay?
just say? Okay.
But no, you're not, because Sue Rinaldi has said that she will help me. Sue Veira is just going to sit there laughing. I want you to give a big round of applause. Here they come in. We want hearts and voices for Sue Rinaldi. Wait. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you've knocked off the thingy guard.
Yes, whilst they're fiddling and faddling around, I just want to say about this Bohemian Rhapsody. This was my idea, along with Colin, that we would say to people, if you pledged £1, 100 of you pledged £1, that Jonathan will have to sing Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, you should have heard him moan. This man has learnt operas in Czechoslovakian and made less fuss about it, I can say. He's gone on and on and on and on and on. I know it's difficult. That's the point. That's the point. It's difficult.
Got it.
So,
Sue,
I got it.
all right, now Sue is going to have to sit here. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's Black Nose Day. All right. Oh, Sue, what are you doing? Anyway, it's lovely to have you back in with us
It's lovely to be here.
today. And you know, because I saw what you wrote. You wrote something about you wouldn't have me back in the studio, and we were desperate to have you back in because there are so many people who just so loved you coming in, loved your. Oh right. Did you say you are such a bad person?
Things are going down here.
They are
aren't they?
really, and this was going to be a spiritual time.
This is the serious moment.
All right, now look, this is terrible, and I already have to say, I can't see it. It's so small.
Stop making excuses.
Right, so I'm thinking, because remember, there's a certain Freddie Mercury who was a tenor voice. I'm a bass player. I was born under a wandering star. I was born under a wandering star. All right, that's me. Freddie was there, up there. That's where he was. I'm just going to drink some water. Now this is for. Thank you, Colin. Thank you to everybody else. I can't even see it, let alone play it.
Now's the time to put the kettle on. You know those little commercial breaks where you have that little thing in the side of the TV?
Yeah, they just go. Yeah, this is
Gonna
it.
end soon.
Go now. Go there. Do it, but just give the money. Why Gaff needs your money? Certainly doesn't need my Bohemian Rhapsody. So here it goes. Right, Sue, are you ready
What for?
for this?
Hey,
Because you
just-
got no. Shut up.
I used to have some cats.
All right.
One was called Bohemian, the other was called Rhapsody.
No!
Yeah. And you see, I've been a Queen fan ever since I was young, and I thought, thank goodness they didn't call one Killer and the other Queen, because that was another Queen song. Anyway.
Okay,
that's it.
thank you for that. This is a woman who appeared on Top of the Pops. I've never appeared on Top of the Pops, all right? There's a video out there of Sue Rinaldi on Top of the Pops. So
Wearing
if
a
you want to
skirt,
search it,
wearing a
and wearing a skirt, all right?
Yep.
And so search it out.
Come on, Jamie,
She must have been, what?
Don't delay it anymore.
All right, now,
I know what you're doing.
now, don't miss, because if you miss, because she's having to scroll through everybody, she has to scroll through on the iPad, because I had to pay for this. I paid £6 for this download. Right. This is Bohemian Rhapsody in the right key, so I have to sing it down here. And then it goes like this. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to me. That bit. Mama!
Oh my goodness! Oh, the chimney fell off the house. I hope you're enjoying it at home as much as
We're
we
never
are
going to
here.
get through this, are we? Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled the trigger and now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, oh. Again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really happened. Too late, my time has come, sent shivers down my spine. All the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave it all behind and face the truth. Mama, they don't want to make you cry. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you feel the fan? Very, very frightening, very, very frightening. Hey, Galileo, good. I see a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, spending his life on his phone, must see, but easy come, easy go, will you let me go? I wish on no, you will let me go, let me build on no, I will let me go, let me go. I will let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go.
Let me out.
Oh, Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma da 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 da. Beelzebub has put aside for me, for me, for. So you think you can tell me and hear my eye? So you think you can tell me and tell me to die? Oh, baby, don't mean to be crazy. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Da 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 da. nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. Anyway, the wind blows. Now look, that is just the worst.
Well done.
If you don't pay me £1 for doing that, right? If people out there are not literally, I can't see it. It's so small. Look at the size of that.
I'm
Look at the size
exhausted.
of that. That's what.
That's exhausting being
Now
here.
and now, a word from our sponsors, Sue.
That was exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Come back, Freddie. All is forgiven,
Yeah,
says
come back, we
Evelyn.
love you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Sue.
What?
Sue Rinaldi. I'm the woman, the legend.
Thank you.
Now, didn't you just think what was going on there? And that, I will never do that again
I
in my
felt like
whole.
I'd landed into some kind of magic roundabout of hell. I got to be honest with you. No, it was lovely, wasn't it? It was lovely.
I don't think lovely is the
It
word,
was,
but I think it was, as someone put it, it was a very brave effort.
What did I tell you? I told you I can't see it. I can't flip it. Do you know that when people talked about this piece, it was one of those pieces that they put together and they assembled a huge amount of time with lots of production in the studio, and it was people. You can't cover it. It's just not coverable.
And can I just
I think you evidence of that.
and can I just reassure everyone, it will not be on the album. It's not a Christmas
Any
song.
album.
It's not a Christmas song.
It's
can't
not
be
a
on the
Christmas. It's
album.
not Bohemian Christmas Rhapsody. It's not going to be on the album. I will never sing that again.
Oh, you gave us all a good laugh, darling, and that was the whole point.
I paid
It was
£6.
the
I
whole
hope they're
point.
laughing. Did they laugh?
They are
Did
laughing.
they like it?
Yes, they said it was all a very good laugh.
Sue,
Yes.
hello and welcome back to JV Live from the Steinway Room and the Bohemian Rhapsody nightmare
Yes.
that just happened. Well, I thank Sue for that, but I thank inviting you to me because I've always loved your work. I've loved what you've done, and look at that, £1,500 raised already. All right, 15%. You're
very
unbelievable. You're unbelievable. £1,500. That's in what? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Whilst you sang that song, they all went on their other computers and thought,
They would go, please give
This
us
is
a
good
Christmas
money."
song. Please go back to It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Anyway, so well done everybody so far. Great stuff. It's a great start, and just keep adding as you can and contributing and ordering your CD. And remember all 1,717 raised so far. And remember that the dedications, there are only 12 of them. So once the 12 have been done, that's it. We can't take more
it's
than
like
that.
12 dedications of Christmas.
One gone already. 12.
Rather than 12 days of
Yeah, 12 days. Do you know what?
Did you?
Do you know that, can I just say, everybody, that this woman came up with the You've Got a Friend Trust title. That was her idea, you see. She was here when we launched it. So actually, you're coming up with lots of this. So the 12 dedications of Christmas. That's excellent.
Thank you.
So if you can, it'd be lovely if you can. If you can't, then we understand that. If you're watching this later, then please know that whatever you give is gratefully received and will go 100% towards everything the news. Now, Sue.
Yes.
Sing us a decent song.
Oh my goodness.
Sing us a song. You're the guitar woman.
After that.
Sing a song. I know, how can you? But thank you for your. Anyway, we welcome you here. Give us a song, and then we'll have a chat.
Okay. Can I do one and a little bit?
You
at
can
the
do
end?
whatever you like, Sue. It's
Okay.
your show, okay?
Make sure they can hear my guitar. So I thought I'd sing a song that actually wasn't written by me, not written by Freddie Mercury either. One by Caroline Bonnet, a really good friend of mine, has produced a lot of my albums and co-wrote. And I think this has really been on my heart, well, ever since she wrote it, which was many years ago. But it's all about praying for the winds to change. And I love the lyrics because it's just calling on us. Whatever we're in, however we feel, it's like there's some call upon us. And actually, if it's just to pray, if it's just to cry out and say, help. So this is why this song for me feels, it's always been really special actually, because I think it's it's actually very good for the kind of time we've been in as well, where a lot of us have felt very confused, hopeless at times, exhausted, unsure. You know, it's been a real rattling time for probably all of us, actually. So this song, I don't know, it just gives me a little bit of comfort and strength. So, and the other one, the one I'm going to tag onto this is one of mine, which I can talk about later. Calling on the strong ones, calling on the weak, calling on the dispossessed and those who can't speak for themselves, calling on the foolish, calling on the wise, calling on the doubting to believe their own eyes. And oh, it's a strong wind that blows, here rustling through the trees, as the clouds of discontentment grow. It's gonna bring us to our knees. We're praying for the winds to change. I'm praying. Calling on the righteous, calling on the pure, calling on a holy heart to keep it secure. Batten down the hatches, we gotta watch our ways, for the storm is breaking on these danger days. And we say, oh, it's a strong wind that blows, hear it rustling through the trees, as the clouds of discontentment grow. It's gonna bring us to our knees. We're praying for the winds to change. We're praying praying for the winds to change. Oh, I'm praying that it's not too late. We're going on a journey where no one else has been, and we shall see things that no one else has seen. Oh, 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 oh. We're praying for the winds to change. Oh, we're praying that it's not too late. Oh, change. Oh, change. Oh, we're praying for the winds to change. It's a great song. People really enjoyed that. And this is one that I remember writing many, many years ago, just standing in my kitchen. And I've kind of got a pretty restless spirit. Sometimes it's good restless, sometimes it's pretty anxious restlessness. And I'm going to turn that into this song, really. So it's all about the journey that we're on, the fact that we are travelers, the fact that we experience so many things on this landscape. and it really sums me up. If I could have a tattoo on my head, which I probably won't, okay, don't write in and say don't do it, don't do it. It would probably just say Restless Pilgrim, because I think that really just sums me up. So. This is my pilgrimage to climb into you. This is my pilgrimage to be absorbed by you. I'm so restless for more of you, oh God. I'm so restless. Hear these words, oh God. And give me the eyes of a prophet, and help me to see the unseen, 'cause I long to hear the music of heaven as the angels play in my ears. And sometimes I'm war-torn and weary, sometimes I'm willing and strong, but at this moment I'm standing before you as your restless pilgrim. Oh, I'm standing here with my eyes on you. So I fix my eyes on you. I'll tread this path with you. I'll be a warrior of love for you. And I'm so restless for more of you, oh God. I'm so restless. Oh, hear these words, oh, hear my words. I'm so restless for more of you, so much more. And I'll fix my eyes, I'll fix my eyes on you, and I'll tread this path with you. I'll be a warrior of love for you. Oh.
That's a beautiful song, Sue. You are a very talented songwriter, very talented songwriter.
And it reflects something. I mean, you use that word. Sorry, you use that word journey, and it's a much overused word in songwriting and in life at the moment. But you've had your own journey, haven't you? A very long journey, and it's been quite. I mean, it's not easy. I think actually. For you, you've been living on your own through this time. Tell us, I mean, as honestly as you can, without making me break down too much, because I'm an emotional guy. But how have you got on? How's it been for you?
Well,
this journey for you.
I think, obviously, as someone that travels, the fact that travelling was totally shut down, it's like taking away your favourite cake. It's like suddenly everything that you love was just taken away. And I think it isn't so much that I take my identity from that, from travelling and singing, but I take such fulfilment and satisfaction from it that when it's taken away, you just feel this void. Like I just felt so empty, and I would say to people, I'm not doing anything of value anymore, because for me, singing and travelling and meeting people and just having some moment where you can just be influential even in some small way, just in a conversation, or a lot of the creative arts seminars I would do, just inspiring other people's creativity. There's such fulfillment in that. I think in lockdown it was like, where's my value?
Yeah.
It was almost like a real value crisis, because there you are stuck at home and suddenly you're on your own, and you then take to the digital and a lot of our services, all the worship songs. I just sat in my dining area and just did it into a camera. It was very isolated, very remote.
Just explain to people what your role is at your local church in Fleet.
Yeah, so at Fleet Baptist, I'm worship pastor, so obviously get involved with a lot of leading worship, but also I'm an elder, and I've taken on quite a lot of responsibility in the last year and a half, which again has been another added source of just feeling at times, I don't know, so stretched. I think it would be true to say that I do have anxiety. And it was interesting because somebody said to me, it was Patrick Reagan actually, he was at our church last week, he said that you find a lot of sensitive people, the flip side is anxiety. Yeah. And when he said that, I just thought, yes, because for me, my character is I'm very over-responsible. I do have perfectionism where I want things to be right, I want people to be right, I want situations to be right. And so I think all those things came hurtling towards me. So I think for me, it's been quite a year of just coping with that anxiety.
Turning that anxiety down, that's what I found was,
the
volume switch.
Yeah, and not to be governed by it, which it's easier to say than to do. Yeah. But in the midst of that, there have been some really precious things. I mean, the people who you've spent some really precious time with, family, just being able to Zoom family and just keep in touch. So through it all, there's been some really precious moments. But yeah, it's been hard. And actually coming back in to sort of, I don't know what we're in now, it's not been like you're just running out the school gates going, yeah! There's still some anxiety. It's like, do we do that? How's this going to go? Can I be like that? Like the first people you see, do you hug? Do you shake hands? How close do you get? It's like...
It was very odd on Friday.
It is really odd.
It was odd on Friday doing the first thing that we've done in 18 months. And outside... Well, no, that's not quite true. I mean, I went up to the cathedral and I sung memorably at a funeral recently at the Keele University, at a memorial service, and that was fantastic. Packed house, and that was the first thing I'd done. And I sung 3 and contributed to the kind of eulogy thing. And it felt I was elated on my way home, not least of all because we stayed in the Premier Inn again, and I got to see those wonderful pictures on the wall, because I thought, have they introduced new ones? No, they haven't.
But can I just echo what you say? You instinctively you want to perhaps hug people because that's sort of the way I greet people. I do hug people, and you're thinking, well, do I feel comfortable doing that? Do I not? Do they feel comfortable with me doing that? Yeah. Do I even touch them on the arm? I want to sort of engage with them, but I can't. And how close do I get to them? And that was odd on Friday, wasn't it?
I felt people literally moving back and forward.
Yes.
They were going, sorry.
Yeah.
And and there's
becomes that sort of COVID dance, doesn't it?
It does, and it's a two-step really, and you don't know quite where you are with it. But that adds to the anxiety levels. And I think actually for those of us who are, you're quite right. Sue knows that I've had counselling for anxiety. I got very, very, close to nervous breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. And I always hold my hands up and always say that, because it helps people to understand that people like me, who's quite confident, I want to give to people, and I'm desperately concerned about people. But that doesn't mean I don't get concerned myself. Tomorrow I've got to go for a blood test, and it will tell me whether my kidney's up, down, up. Who knows? First of all, I've got to walk
So the anxiety spikes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it spikes.
On a Monday.
So, and so each of us suffered terribly, and I know I talked to a lot of people like that.
Yeah, and I think lockdown has been. I think it's been quite an introspective time because you're on your own, and every day seems like the same. You wake up and you do exactly the same. You work from home and you have Zooms and you do that, and you on the screen more hours than you really should have done. I don't know.
FIFA.
Yeah, playing FIFA.
In your case.
I don't know. I think that's why I call it a journey, because actually you just have to take the next step.
Yeah.
I think whatever that step is, even if it's a tiny, tiny step of just getting out of bed, it's like you just have to take the next step, and then you take the next step, and then you take. But it's not always easy. It really isn't. So, like that Restless Pilgrim. There's words in there that says, sometimes I'm war-torn and weary, and sometimes I'm willing and strong. That probably sums us all up. That one day we can be this, and another day we can be something else. And it's very turbulent. And I don't know, most of us are the same. And I think we can learn to be so much more gracious to one another and forgiving of one another.
Wouldn't that be good?
It would be lovely.
Wouldn't that be good? Instead of
it would be
fights
lovely.
breaking out on forecourts over petrol.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What have we become in this time? That's one of the questions I'm genuinely asking. What have we become? What kind of people have we become? Have we become worse? Have we become more selfish?
More selfish, I think. I just
What do
have a
people think?
sense.
Write in, please write in
I
and
sort
talk
of
to
have a
us.
sense that there is an element of selfishness that's crept in, because we've been in our homes, we've been in our boxes, we go out in our boxes, we don't have any contact with people when we're driving around, and so the way that people drive seems to be that much more selfish. Am I making it up? It just seems to be that people cut you out more, and they don't let you out more, and so it's sad actually. And they don't talk to one another in a supermarket. They don't want to connect with you. They don't want to make eye contact. You don't know whether they're smiling behind their mask or not.
But it's a challenge for us, isn't it?
Yes,
To actually be the difference.
Absolutely.
And that is really hard,
That's the one, isn't it? Because you want to, your instinct is to fit in with it. Is to go, absolutely, outraged of Guildford, or outraged of Fleet, or whatever. And that's my instinct anyway. That is my instinct anyway. I'm always outraged. I'm outraged by everything. I'm outraged by the fact that we're going to have to sing this next song. And I think actually it's a very appropriate song. We're going to sing this song together. The song that Sue and I wrote, we sung this last time. And we're going to do, Rachel, we're going to do this beautiful song that Sue wrote with me at the piano for Hymns Project 2. And it's really touched a lot of people. It's an old song, but we put a new tune to it. It's an old spiritual. And the story goes along the lines that somebody, a hymn writer, was going along on a train, and he heard one of the black porters singing this, humming it to himself, and then singing the song. He went back to the station. He went back. He said, "You were singing a song, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. What is it?" And it was a real slow kind of New Orleans type song. And he transcribed the song and then released it as an arrangement by himself. We then took this song and we made it much more contemporary, and Mark did his thing and made it quite funky. We're going to sing this song for you now. It's called Just a Closer Walk with Thee. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Oh, let me walk with thee.
Through this world of toils and snares, if I falter, Lord, you cares.
none but thee, none but thee, dear Lord. Just a closer walk with thee, granted Jesus this my plea. Daily walking close with thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. When my feeble life is o'er, time for me will be no more. Guide me gently, safely home to thy shore, to thy kingdom's shore. Just a closer walk with thee, granted Jesus this my plea. I'm daily walking close with thee, let it be, dear Lord. Oh, just a closer walk with thee, granted Jesus this my plea. I'm daily walking close with thee, let it be, dear Lord. Oh, just a closer walk with thee, granted Jesus this my plea. I'm daily walking close with thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. That's lovely. It's a lovely song, Sue.
It is.
Thank you for that.
Oh no, the arrangement is great.
It's,
I mean, oh my goodness, that piano solo.
I know, it's just incredible. It's typical Mark.
Oh.
It's out of this world, not
but
just
all
a
the
good
bits
one.
at the end.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. Did you get to see that? Like, it was a
It's so Mark. So Mark.
Brilliant.
And I didn't have much. We just wrote the song. I came up with the idea initially.
I think I
of the
came into
arrangement.
your house. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was
when
incredible.
we wrote it, and you said, "Sit down." It was.
Well,
I mean, how
I'll
could
tell
you
you-
not when Jonathan asked you
Well,
to sit
exactly.
down at the piano? How can
I'll
you
just
not?
tell you, it's because he counted up. Well, we counted up in the morning. You were coming to see him to talk about all the songs that were going on the album, and there was a song missing. And I said, "You've only got 11." He went, "No, we've done 12." I said, "No, you've got 11." So he said, "Sue's coming this morning. We'll write a song."
So, and you were completely Polax. I said, "What? What are you doing?" So we sat at this piano and wrote that song, and I think it's a fabulous song.
Yeah.
It's
and
beautiful.
I remember somebody asking recently if they could cover it. So they've it's going to be
It's
good.
just got a great feel to it, isn't it? It's like
exactly. Well, what does it feel like? It feels like a kind of really kind of cool vibe. It's just
it's kind of like you've got your best dressing gown on. Do you know what I mean? And it just like it's just lovely and
It really does cook, doesn't it? Listen, 3 out of 12 of those
350s
have gone, and we've raised 2,642.
wow.
Isn't that incredible? In less than, that's what?
You've got a great lot of people.
They are just unbelievable.
Seriously, you
we
really
are
have.
completely overwhelmed by them. And I have to tell you, I didn't speak to you about this. I'll just quickly interrupt here. When we finished on Friday, I did have a strong sense of I wanted to get back to tell the family, i.e. this lot, how it had gone on Friday.
Yeah. Oh,
I
definitely.
sort of, I can't wait to go back and see them and to say that it went well and it was fine and everything else. And that's it. Family.
And I think actually, Sue, what's quite interesting about, and I'll just say this to everybody in front of Sue, because when Sue came on, you were one of the first guests we had in, and you made such an impact on people. Remember, this is a community of faith and no faith. You know, when you speak about the things you speak of vulnerability, and people of no faith, they look on and they often do look at the way we live our lives, and they look at the people that we are. Now, they don't want us to be timid, but they want us to be honest, and they want us to be vulnerable. And I found that actually sharing things like you shared, that, you know, anxiety, people say, hold on. And I've had Christians come to me and say, we've got the victory in the name of Jesus, there we have it, or other such things, and you just feel, could you just get in the car, go to a petrol station or something, I don't know, go and buy some toilet rolls, but don't say such flippant things, because they are flippant to people for whom we feel deeply about these things.
Yeah, I mean, what drew me to the whole person and the message of Jesus wasn't looking at superhuman Christians.
No.
It was actually looking at people that were real, and that's what made an impression on me. And I think for so long we've thought this is how you need to be, but actually when you look at the life of Jesus, you know, like that prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus said, look, I am deeply distressed. I was looking at that recently, and Jesus was like emotionally, physically, psychologically, in every way suffering, and actually said, take this cup from me. It was like, just take it away. You know, I don't want to be that guy. Is there a plan B? And so I think when you see that suffering like that, you think, actually, you know, Jesus is real, understands us, and we don't have to be these superhuman robots. Actually, we just need to be real, and that's what draws me still, and to people is the reality of people, so that we can share one. And I think that's what you guys do as a community. You don't just share like the anniversaries and the birthdays. You share one another's sufferings as well, and that's got such power. And I think, you know, hands up to you guys and the tech team. I think you've done brilliantly.
We've drawn people. I think we were saying more than anything else. What's the one word that would dominate in this 18 months that we've been going, and that people don't want to stop, is community. That's what we said. That's what I asked you.
Well, along the lines of what you've just been saying, that Pauline Newton put up a message saying she needed tonight because she lost her brother last Monday. And there's, you know, people come here for comfort.
Yes.
And I know that Rachel, you're back in hospital. You had your daughter's wedding yesterday, but you're back in hospital. And I know that Michelle, you've been struggling this week with illness and so on and so on. But you're all here and you're all together, and it's all...
Rachel Slough,
yes. Her mum's dying, and
she's
worried about not being able to get there because of lack of petrol. I think she's sorted now, but that's been a worry for her, and, you know, waiting for that phone call. And
well, that's what we're about. And I think actually what I was going to say was that you were drawn into that community, and people really took to you, and that's why we wanted you back in, and we wanted you back in sooner.
We're very
Sing us
chuffed
another
you were
song.
coming.
Sing us another song.
Sing us again.
Okay, can I do one of my favourite artists of all time, really? Her name is Annie Lennox. Used to be with the Eurythmics. Got some amazing tunes, and she is a great performer, but also she's a real thinker as well, and a real activist. And this was one of their earlier songs, so if I can sing this one, because it's all about the miracle of love, and I've always loved this song. The miracle of love will take away your pain. The miracle of love will come your way again. How many sorrows do you try to hide in a world of illusion that's covering your mind? Oh, I show you something good. Oh, I show you something good. When you open your mind, discover the sign. There's something you're longing to find. The miracle of love will take away your pain. When the miracle of love will come your way again. The miracle of love will take away your pain. The miracle of love will come your way again. And cruel is the night that covers up your tears, and tender is the one that wipes away your fears. There must have been a bitter breeze to make you sting so viciously. They say the greatest coward can hurt the most ferociously. But I show you something good. Oh, I show you something good. If you open your heart, you can make a new start. When you crumble and the world falls apart, the miracle of love will take away your pain. Miracle of love will come your way again. Oh, it takes a miracle. It takes a miracle. It takes a miracle of love. It takes a miracle. It takes a miracle. Miracle of love comes your way again. This is another song actually written by, I can't remember who, but
He'll do.
someone.
Someone. But it wasn't you.
Not me. But I thought it went quite well after Miracle of Love. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. Some of you may know this. It's your breath. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise to you. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. You give life. You give life. You are love. You bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great It's your breath. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise to you only. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry. These bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. The earth and all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry. These bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise. Oh, we pour out our praise. It's your breath. Pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. You give life. You are love. You bring light to our darkness. You give hope, yes you do. You restore every heart that is broken. Oh, yes you do.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Sue.
I was thinking through that. I was reading a quote, and it was from a South African theologian that just said, at times we just need to give a defiant nevertheless. It's like,
That's nice.
and I really like that, because I thought all the things we've been through, sometimes it's just a defiant nevertheless. And I think that song kind of sums it up really. It's like, nevertheless, I will today try and. So, yeah.
And that actually, and I think sometimes it's that step, it goes back to that 1 foot forward thing. Tomorrow, I know I've got to get up at 6 and get out and drive to the hospital and listen and have it tested and all well, all dear, oh my. Yeah. And each of the people that are watching you tonight, so many of them are in that exact position. And I think actually the challenge to, and I think we've got to finish with this because it's 10 to 10.
Oh my goodness.
The challenge, I suppose, for the church and for us is to try and answer that clarion call to be the people who will be defiant in the face of hopelessness. That if we do not, and I said this on Friday night, if we, the church, have not metaphorically and physically got the sign open in our churches, and that we, as individual Christian people, have the sign open, then where are people going with their hopelessness? Where does it end? They just stay in bed and watch Netflix. That's it. That's what we've got used to. You know, you were saying to Sue about people not wanting to volunteer anymore. Yeah. People going, oh, no, well, I can't be bothered.
We've got out of the habit.
Got out of the habit. It's taken 2 months. It takes 2 months normally to form a habit. We've had 18. And still, we're being told, careful, careful, careful. And so actually, we're going, well, all right, then I'll be careful, I'll stay in. And a lot of people are staying in. So, you know, final word from you?
Well, as you were saying that, I was thinking, actually, sometimes we can't take the next step. But actually, I think that's where this community and at times our friends and whatever, it's like, actually, I'll help you take the next step.
Yes.
And I think if we've learned anything from these last 18 months, it isn't just about ourselves, it's about how can I help you take the next step, because you know for sure that in a few weeks' time you'll need someone to help you take the next step.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think it's the beauty of one another, and that's tough actually at times if you feel a bit lonely and a bit remote.
Yeah. Well, Sue, we want you to know that as far as we're concerned, you know, you're part of our extended family, and you don't need to feel remote and lonely.
Yeah.
And you know, we've been in touch. You've been one of the few that have just kept gently in touch over these difficult times. And we've been aware it's been difficult for you too. And you know, Sue's got my incredible personality and the ability to sing Bohemian Rhapsody on my side. So.
Well, that's one good thing I'm not going to have to listen to this week.
For that. Now we're just gonna close up with a couple of songs. Just stick around and sing them with them. We're just so grateful for your contribution tonight, as usual. Come in and see us again. We're going to sing. I don't know whether you know the Paul Field song, "Go Peaceful in Gentleness Through the Violence of these days." Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. We've always finished this, so do you want to say a few things before we...
I do. Thank you to all of those of you who've managed to get through to the crowdfunding site and make a pledge. Just a couple of things. I got it wrong earlier. Apparently, crowdfunding have changed the way that they do things, and they do take your money at the point at which you pledge it. They keep it in a pot. If we reach the sort of the final total of £10,000, then they will then pass it on to us when it finishes. If they don't get that money, then they pass it back to you. So the idea of you pledging but not having to pay it, I think they sort of felt that some people were struggling, that they pledged something and then, you know, suddenly the money went from their account at a date they weren't expecting. So slight change there. So I apologise for that.
So they take it out as you pledge it, is that right? Is that what
yes,
you're saying? Okay.
yes, and they keep it in a pot. So if you do want to get involved still, you can see that you can go to jvlive.uk and it's there ready for you to just click on. It's their website. Go onto the techie page, which is jvlive.uk, www.jvlive.uk, and then you can click on it. It will also be in the Facebook. We will do that. The Facebook community, the Facebook. And so that will be fine. If you have any questions, then just write to me, sue@jonathanveira.com. You should know by now, but it's sue@jonathanveira.com. Any questions that you might have, and I will answer them. So we'll leave it at that for tonight. And yes, you've all loved having Sue here, as indeed we have. She just brings something very special. So, Sue, we would like you to come back.
Thank you.
We would like you to come back, as would everyone like you to come back.
Raised £2,692, right?
So more than a quarter of the way there, which is extraordinary.
26%, a quarter of the way there. We've got 4.5, nearly 5 weeks. 2,000.
So that's three songs you could do.
That's very kind of you to raise the money for me for appearing on this show. That is what it's
27% actually gone up. It's gone up to 27.
So you can do 3 songs now. We can afford to pay for about 3 songs so far.
Yes, we can pay for 3 songs so far. I hope we get it because we're recording. So we're recording come Wednesday. So this will go out to many people on replay. We're going to boost the post so that people can see it.
Yeah.
And you can keep pledging when and if you get your money. And please, this is the final thing I'm going to say about this. If you cannot afford to do this, then don't do it. If at the end of this you really need an album and you cannot afford it, then once it's made, we will send it to you.
Just let us know.
Will let us know and we will send it to you. I'd rather pay it for you and you can have the album, all right? Other people will pay and bless you. That's the way this community works. We all give. Freely you've received, freely give, and we try to give as much as we can away. We're not asking for your money this week. We're not going to ask for anything. People have that's it. You've done enough. You give it to YGAF.
To YGAF, you can.
You've given after singing that dreadful thing, I blame Sue for ruining it. Actually, that top note was that was your.
I tell you,
that was your fault.
That was the top note to end.
It was top B flat. So I want you to know that I'm a bass baritone. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So is that the end of all the moaning about it?
Sorry.
Is that the end of all the moaning about it?
That's all the moaning finished. All right.
Good.
There we go. So Sue, if you go peaceful in gentleness. Okay. Here we go. We'll be back next week. We've got a great list of people coming into the studio over the next weeks, and spoke to Paul Field yesterday. He came and did the show with us, sang a song just around the bend, who we wrote that with, and he'll be in November the 21st, I think. We've got Richard
Lennox,
fantastic pianist extraordinaire. He's going to come and talk to us about autism as well. A fantastic guy, a real talent, guys. You just got to hear this man to believe it. And, I tinkle, okay? He plays, and you'll love him. We've got Bryn Howarth on the 17th. He's coming in, the fabulous, very famous slide guitar player. He's coming in to do what Sue did today and doing a whole session of his new songs from the album that he's just released. And we've got Steve Legg coming in on the, where is it? On the 24th, I think.
I cannot remember. My brain is not working well enough these days.
The magician, and I said he's going to come in and he's promised he's going to saw Sue in half.
And he's promised me that he's going to make Jonathan disappear.
Let's hope he does the bit with the kidney isn't. That's what I'm saying. You've only got one left. And this one, Go Peaceful. Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
Indeed, Sue. God will speed you,
God lead you,
and keep you wrapped
around his heart. May you be known.
My love, D major 7, G7.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies.
Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known, my love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace and give you his peace. Just finish here. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace and give you his peace. Thank you so much, everybody. Your generosity, kindness. Keep giving. Keep that thing flowing. We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. I've got to go and take my tablets at 10
We're
o'clock.
off to get the tablets.
God bless you. See you next week. Bye. Thanks, Sue.